Alright everybody, we're going to dyno test this 301. After some disappointing times of the track, I wanted to make sure that I'm getting all my horsepower to the ground. So I did some changes. I changed the torque converter from a really loose like 5000 stall to 3500 converter. And I also put a roller cam in this thing. So let's see how she sounds. Well, I think it sounds amazing. Now, let's take it to the dyno. We are in Southern California, so I decided to take it to California Auto Works in Hemet, California, and they're going to see what this little 301 can do. I'm a little nervous, but let's go ahead and get this thing unloaded, see what it's got. The dyno's ready for us. Let's move it onto the rollers. After strapping it down and getting some instructions from the dyno operator, Anthony, it's runtime. Let's get this thing ready to go. Few things to go over right now. I'm supposed to take this thing to about 2500 or 3000 RPM and let it stay there for 15 seconds or so, and then let it rip. The other thing is I wanted to keep the RPMs low, like 5200 RPM. I set my rev limiter to. That way I can keep track of vitals, make sure the engine's in good health, and then let it rip on all the subsequent pulls. So here we go. I'm ready to get it going. The rollers are rolling, RPM's up, and let's hear it rip. So here's the verdict on run 1. 228 horsepower at 5300 RPM, 226 foot-pounds of torque at 5300 RPM. Let's improve those numbers by increasing the RPM limit and keeping track of AFR. So what we're going to do is we're going to hook up the dyno's oxygen sensor to keep track of the air-fuel ratio. This will help us make sure the carburetor is tuned right. And the other thing is I'm going to adjust my MSD Ultra 60L Plus with my phone to adjust the rev limiter to 6500 RPM. And that'll give us a little bit more RPM to spin the motor to make more power. Right here, the dyno operator, Anthony, astutely points out that I'm probably out of gas. And you're going to notice and see that's the case. And everyone laughs at me.
I thought the beans weren't true. I thought it was
Epic fail. I take this opportunity to have some pizza for lunch, some sodas, chit chat with the guys, and fill up a gas can and put it in the car. Embarrassing, but oh well. Let's just try it again. $6,500 RPM. How did that sound? That's right what I want to do. Oh, dude, that's so cool. So this made me really happy. It was making almost 1 horsepower per cubic inch to the wheels, which is pretty good for any motor. And I think there's a little bit more in it. We're gonna change some things, take a look at the air-fuel ratio, which is perfect, and try another run. I can't believe it, the gas pedal broke right when I started the run. I can't believe it. After running out of gas in this thing on the second run, another problem, like the gas pedal pin shearing off when I went to go wide open throttle. Unbelievable. So now, with the help of my buddies, I have to make some choices. Do I call it quits and take that horsepower that I already made home? Or do I try again? Yeah, we're gonna try again. After taking a little bit more grief from all my buddies around me, we have a plan. We're gonna do it old school. We're gonna tie a string to the throttle and I'm gonna yank it from inside the car. Heck yeah, we're gonna make another pass. Yeah, another 6,500 RPM pull. These things aren't supposed to go past 5,000 RPM, which is awesome. So, pull in third gear, this thing was making 282 horsepower at 5,600 RPM, 229 torque at 5,200 RPM. And there's even more in it. That's right, when we removed it from the dyno and checked things out, I found that the throttle cable the whole time, the bracket that held it, was bending each time we'd go to wide open throttle. Bending so much so that it was only getting 66%, roughly 3/4 throttle, around there. Calling out Night Ranger, not just kidding.
On my own video, call me out.
And infamous, and almost, no, just kidding.
I'm gonna put, this is what Pontiac Ray looks like when he's in a good mood.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm gonna compare it to how you were when your pedal broke.
Please, yeah, do it.
All quietly just chilling in your seat.
Staring at the motor.
Staring at hating life.
Disappointing.
So we just finished up the third and final run. Can you tell us how that went for you?
Yeah, it went pretty good. Dynoed at 287 to the rear tire, a little short of peak RPM, but we'll live with that. And it's got some problems to address, so we'll live to fight another day.
Why did you only do 3 runs and not more? Like, what happened in those 3 runs?
I had tons of problems. We had running out of gas issues, throttle issues, exhaust falling off issues. So I'm gonna take my numbers that I got, regroup, make it a little bit better, and probably come back here.
All right, so I guess that's it. Let's go ahead and take the car off the rollers and head on home.
Few things to address. Of course, I want to make a lot more power than I did. However, finding the wide open throttle issue with the throttle cable and throttle bracket, easy fix. Already working on a solution to that. And this thing was supposed to be a 10-to-1 motor based on the pistons I used when I rebuilt it. I redid all the math, and again, my fault. I used the wrong piston, and it's only 9-to-1. So it's making nearly 300 wheel horsepower, 9-to-1 compression. So I want to take this time to thank a few people like California Auto Works for use of their dyno. A special thanks to my good buddy Jose, who's always with me drag racing or dyno testing, a really great friend of mine. And last but not least, a group of guys that have been pushing me to get things done. No Bolts Left Behind, Infamous Nova, and the Night Wrencher. Thank you guys. Please make sure you check out all their YouTube channels. Thank you. So in conclusion, you get to see what a day on the chassis dyno looks like. Usually you don't have this many problems, but now we know the problems we need to fix, and hopefully this thing will get a little bit faster at the track. We know the torque converter is working well, and we know the carburetor is tuned up perfect. Thanks.